Do you have hooded eyes and you gave up makeup long ago because it was just too frustrating? I am here to tell you, you can do makeup on a hooded eye using just 3 to 4 eyeshadows. Heck, you could use 2 eyeshadows if you wanted. We can do this. It's not hard. It just takes a little bit of practice, and you can do this exact look in any color tone: taupes, grays, smoky plums, warm browns, anything, any color tone, because this is a formula that I use for smoky eyes. I learned it all myself in the 90s. It still applies today. I just have a little bit more of an eyelid than I used to because my eyeball's sinking back into my orbital bone because it's so fun to age. Anyway, speaking of aging, please subscribe if you love mature beauty tips and content. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that you are here for mature beauty content. It helps me grow my page and my audience. And welcome to the Look Good Close-Up Club. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Spieler, and if you're new here, I'm an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I worked in Hollywood. I'm also the creator of the Mature Makeup Masterclass, a series of over 20 videos on mature technique. You can always find that link, and I've priced it especially low so everyone can afford it. And we are the page here, and I say we because we're a community of mature women who like to look good close up. So this is not social media makeup. This is makeup that looks good really close up. I don't care if you can see sunspots and lines and a crepey neck. That's how I look close up. And so I want to look pretty close up even with my age, and I want you to look pretty close up. I want your family and friends to say, what are you doing differently? You look really fresh. You look really glowy. You don't have to be dewy, especially for my oily sisters. But anyway, I am so excited today because I have not done a hooded eye video, a video just dedicated to the hooded eye for a very long time. And I think it's about time. Now, tonight is my Seint night. So if you are new here, I do a Seint video every Wednesday night, and I do a traditional makeup every Saturday morning. But I'm going to kind of blend the two because this is my last Seint video of the year. I'm taking a couple weeks off, and I'm traveling to see some family, and I'm getting tired. So I'm going to be taking a couple weeks off. So tonight will be my very last Seint video of the year. And yes, we are out of stock on 01 and Y01, which is really frustrating because so many women use those two colors. This is your Y01, which camouflages red, and this is your 01, which is an under eye brightener. No word when that's coming back, but hopefully soon. And then this Saturday, I will do my very last video of the year on traditional makeup, and it will be the best of 2022. All of my favorite products. I will tell you my favorite eyeshadows. I will tell you my favorite foundations. I will tell you my favorite brow products, my favorite, you name it. The best of the best will be this coming Saturday, okay? And you might see Seint sneak into that a little bit, because how can I talk about the best of the year? How can I talk about my top favorites for mature skin if I don't talk about Seint also? But I want to say that I'm doing this on TikTok as well. My best of 2022 it means best for mature skin, not best for Michelle's skin, not best for normal to dry 55, best for all mature. So some things might surprise you. Some things might not make the list. Some things might make the list because not everyone can wear everything. So I try to be mindful of that. So in my best of 2022, my mature skin approved awards for 2022, it's going to be products that work for all skin types. So check in and see that, okay? So I'm gonna get real close and personal now, and we are going to do hooded eye. Now, I'm going to use Seint eyeshadows, but I'm gonna show you colors that you could use in place of Seint. And one of the palettes that I love is Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. Now they're very warm. I hope he comes out with just cool mattes, which I'm hoping he will in 2023, because we are starting to get tired of warms. We are starting to go back to 90s makeup, and you're going to start seeing a lot more smoky taupes, grays, cool colors. Cool colors are coming back. But if you have a palette like this that's mattes, you could use that in place of what I'm using today, okay? Pretty much I start every eye makeup with MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. If you are over 45 and you have kind of a loose, crepey eyelid and you get a little bit of oily on the eyelids, could you share with all of us your favorite eye primer? Because I've tried them all. And for me, the MAC Paint Pot works the best for me, but I know it doesn't work for everyone. For someone with a really, really oily eyelid, the MAC Paint Pot still separates a little on them, but then I feel like every primer out there separates on an oily, mature eyelid. Not as much on a younger, but definitely on an older, because we have that loose skin. Some of you might be thinking, Michelle, what do you know about hooded eyes? Oh, I know. So you can see my eyelid okay, right? But when I was younger, especially when I first became a makeup artist, you could only see like a sliver, just a sliver of my eyelid because I had a very hooded eye. And when I wore eyeliner on that little sliver of eyelid, you couldn't tell I had an eyelid. It just looked like a hooded eye with eyeliner. And it always bothered me because my mom had a big eyelid and customers would come in with big, beautiful eyelids. And I loved the Donna Mills eye and I had a hooded eye. And I didn't realize it until recently. My husband showed me a picture of me when I was 27 and my eye was very almond and it was very aimed up and I had a very hooded eye, and I was asked all the time if I was part Asian. People always thought I was from like Venezuela or Asian countries. It was bizarre. No one could figure out my ethnicity when I was younger, in my 20s and 30s. And it's because I had a very more exotic eye. Well, now that I'm getting older, my eyeball, the actual eyeball, is sinking in, going back into my head, into my orbital bone. And that's why you're seeing this deeper crease and an actual eyelid. But I've never had that before. And I looked at my mom's pictures when she first got married at 18. She was a baby and she got married in 1966. And she had a flat hooded eye. And my whole life I thought, oh my gosh, my mom had a Donna Mills eye. My mom always had a big, beautiful eyelid. Nope, her eye was just sinking into her head, and I just started noticing her eyes at that point of her life. So I do have a hooded eye. So I'm gonna show you a look that can work on any eye, in fact, but it's gonna work really nicely on a hooded eye. And we are gonna do neutral tones. We're not doing super cool and we're not doing warm. We're gonna go real neutral, okay? So I'm gonna start with this little brush. This is BK Beauty, I think 206. And I'm gonna take this color here. I think this is Pup. It is. Speaking of Pup, my little Pup's being a good little boy in his bed. We're gonna take Pup and we're gonna kind of saturate that brush, and it's gonna go on the entire eye. Except not the brow bone, okay? The entire eye gets Pup. And when you are hooded, you don't have that crease, so you're just gonna blend right about there. You wanna see some area of brow bone, but there you go. Do you see that? It's subtle, very, very subtle. The reason I like kind of a medium tone on the whole eye, including the eyelid, is because it makes the darker colors easier to blend into. See how we're seeing it a little bit easier on that eye? And it's looking a little warm on camera, but in person, it's incredibly taupey. It's a very taupe. So even though my eyelid looks lighter, I have this color on my eyelid. Okay? Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we are gonna take a little bit of a frosty color. This is called Sabrina. It could be this has a little bit of a yellow gold in it, but it could be like an icy white or a pearly pink, but I like a little bit of a light shadow right in here. And even on a hooded eye that's more flat, you can still do this little trick. And what that does is it just, do you see that real pretty shimmer on the, it's just really pretty. It's really, really pretty. And then we're gonna take the color Cupcake. Hopefully I have Cupcake. Do I have Cupcake? I don't know if I have Cupcake. Cupcake might be in another palette. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're gonna take just this light bone color. Do you see how it's kind of an ivory? And we're gonna go just up at the brow bone. Do you see how that pops that brow bone a little bit more? Okay, we have just two colors on the eyes, that's it. We have pup and we have that bone color, but we could have used Cupcake very easily. Okay, and now we're gonna take a black or brown pencil, totally up to you. And there's two different ways we can do this. One, I always tell a hooded eye to go on the upper waterline. One of the reasons the upper waterline looks so pretty, look at the difference. Do you see how my lash line just looks a little bit more, let me turn this over a little bit. My lash line looks a little bit darker here, but it doesn't take up that precious real estate. See how dark my lash line looks by just putting this on the waterline. Now I'm not putting it on the bottom waterline because I don't want to close our eye up. Okay, so you're gonna do that. And then some of you, if you want, you could take a little bit of the same pencil and I'm kind of wiggling it between the upper lashes. You don't have to do this part. You can totally skip this part, but some women like a little bit of a darker on the top. But see close up, you can barely see it because I really like wiggled it between those lashes, okay? And then next, we are gonna take is this Bird? It is. We're gonna take a color called Bird. Looks kind of warm, doesn't it? But it's really not. It's pretty neutral. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna take a little blending brush kind of like this. It's real tiny. And I'm gonna take that color, Bird, and I'm gonna go against the lash line. So what we're doing is we're gonna do kind of an ombre look where we're going dark to medium to light. This is the easiest way to do a hooded eye. And it's even really nice on eyes like mine that are hooded but still have a little eyelid space, okay? You see how that's starting to look a little smoky? You guys always laugh that I hold my mouth open, but I can't help it. I've been doing that since the 80s. Have you guys? Okay, so now I'm getting darker down here. And see how I'm starting to look kind of like, I don't want to say smoky, but a little, maybe a little hazy smoky. I'm going to use a little bit heavier with my finger. Okay? Look at that. So we have a medium tone, a cream tone, and then like a deeper taupe. Now, I'm gonna go in with a dark brown. No, I'm right here. Where's my dark brown? Doggone it, I think they're all gone. Okay, well, I have a color with Seint called Cole, C-O-L-E. In here? No, I don't know. All my palettes are scattered throughout my house. I'm gonna take just a standard dark brown, see that? And I'm going in with that same little brush. And I'm concentrating it more on the outer eye. I'm not taking it all the way in because we want to keep that a little bit lighter. Isn't that pretty? Again, with a hooded eye, a true hooded eye, we're going more ombre. We're going to be darker near the lash line, and it's going to get lighter as it goes up. I'm keeping it darker on the outer half. Okay? Now, I've said this before in my hooded eye videos. You might be looking forward and have zero eyelid, zero. But I guarantee you, when you're out at a store or at work or having a dinner with your family and you're looking down and you're looking over here and you're looking all over the place, right? People can see your eyelid. Just not when you look straight. But we don't look straight at people our whole day. We look all over the place. So what you can do is, again, take this dark color and you can start creating a little bit of depth. You can feel for your orbital bone. Just feel for your orbital bone, okay? My orbital bone is a little more pronounced at 55 than maybe yours. And also my eyeball is sinking more into my head. So, but even when I had a flat eye, I did this exact method and it gave me the look of 3-dimension when I didn't really have 3-dimension, okay? And over here, I'm gonna show you how I did over here. So I want you to think of like a C shape or a sideways V, okay? See that? And we're just looking smoky. Now you can do this with grays. You can do these with taupes. You can do these with warm browns. You can do these with like plums. You can do this look with anything. You need a light creamy color here. You need a medium soft tone all over the eye. Then you start building the dimension. Now, for some of you, you might not want to go in with this. You might have liked the eye back a couple steps ago where I just had the 3 colors. That's fine. You get to decide, okay? So look at that. Again, I have a little bit more of a crease than some women with a hooded eye, but doesn't matter because you're still going to paint in that shape, see? You're still going to paint in that shape. Then you're going to go back to your brush where you used the lighter color to put your first color on. So for me, that was Pup. And I'm going to go back in the crease and I'm going to blend like a windshield wiper, just kind of back and forth, going over that darker color and kind of raising it up. I'm not going to blend the lash line because I want to keep that kind of dark and smoky, okay? And that is it. That is it, my friends. And you can practice all you want. Like I said, you can use any color tone, any color palette. The same rules apply. It's a medium all over, a light color on the brow, a darker color smoked near the lash line, and then your darkest color is also smoked. and then you take it out here, but see how it's darker here than here because I took this and smoked it out. And now this gives me dimension. See? Gives me dimension. Let's pretend I don't have an eyelid and I'm just looking at you like that. Well, I still have great dimension. It looks like I have a crease. Another thing you can do is you can take, I love this brush. This is Sephora number 22. It is pencil thin. It's so beautiful with shadows. You can take a little bit of your darkest shadow and you can go right in the outer corner of the eye with it. Almost like an eyeliner, or even over the pencil if you did a little bit of pencil, okay? And if you want, you could take the tiniest bit in the outer corner, but I did not bring it past the iris. Just the outer corner to create the tiniest bit of shadow, okay? And that is a smoky eye. You can go darker than this, but I am just doing your everyday average smoky eye. I could be a doctor or a lawyer and be very respectable with this amount of makeup on, okay? You could be a teacher, a nurse. This would be very respectable. It's not too much. You could go darker than this for night. And why wouldn't you? No, I'm just kidding. I have a really pretty Charlotte Tilbury palette on the way. It's all grays and silvers. And I'm excited to use that. Okay, we're gonna do some mascara. And I can see that I still have a little bit of eyelash glue on my eyelids. Because a few days ago, I did a whole jeweled face. I jeweled my whole face. I don't know that any of you might ever see it. I love close-up mirrors, don't you? It's a love-hate relationship, actually. This is the Jones Road Beauty Mascara. Spoiler alert, it's my #1 pick for the year. But I like long and thick lashes. I like a lot of volume, but I also like length. And I can find a lot of mascaras that give me length, but not a lot that give me volume too. Look at that. Look at that. And then, you know, you keep the rest of the face soft and bring all the attention to the eye. Are you kidding me? That is an easy eye. I know you can do it. Do not let the 4 colors I used intimidate you. You could even skip one of the steps. You could skip step 3 and go straight to the dark shadow if you want to be fast. You can put the dark shadow on with your finger and then take a brush and just smudge it. This could be very fast makeup. Just because this is over a 20-minute video does not mean it takes 20 minutes. I could have done this whole eye easily in 5 minutes. And it looks beautiful. It would look beautiful for a special event at night. It would look beautiful for day. It's professional. It's a little smoky. It's a little sultry without looking like, oh, she's trying too hard. People are just going to notice your beauty rather than you. Rather than your makeup. It almost reminds me of like a Bobbi Brown look from the 90s where she just wanted to bring out your features and she wanted people to notice how beautiful you look, not your makeup. She didn't want someone going up and going, oh my gosh, I love your eyeshadows. What are you wearing? She wanted people to go up and go, your eyes look beautiful tonight, okay? So that's what I'm going for. I want you to look and feel beautiful in this makeup, and I want people to notice you and your eyes and not what makeup is she wearing, okay? Now, if you did take this out for nighttime or a special occasion, that's cute. I'm liking this a lot. If you did want to take this out for a special occasion, even though the eyelid is not real light, you could take like a fun little, I don't know, you could take like a fun little glitter and you could kind of go on that inner eye with it if you wanted. And that's just a fun way to dress it up for night. You literally could wear this all day and then pop one of these on your eyelid for nighttime and boom, you've got a hooded eye, okay? So what do you think? You can do this, right? Look at that. See? We have dimension. And then if you are like me and have a little bit of an eyelid, your eyelid's smoky, it's not light, it's on the medium side. And if you are like young Michelle in her 20s, but you're older and you have a very flat hooded eye and you have zero eyelid, that's okay, because when you look around, people still see an eyelid. You have an eyelid. It's just you're hooded, okay? So what do you think? Smoky, easy, pretty? I know you could do this. I know you can. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. I'll do more hooded eye videos in 2023. And if you have a hooded eye and there's something specific you want to see about hooded eyes, drop it in comments and let me know. Okay. Also, if you have a great eye primer you love that's tried and true, drop that in comments. And don't just tell us the name. Tell us your age, how long you've been using it, and why you like it, because that helps all of us here at the Look Good Close-Up Club, right? I think that's it for now. I want to keep this pretty short today, so I will see you back on Saturday for the Mature Skin Approved Awards Best of 2022. For now, adieu.